Here it is. I got it all unloaded. I just picked up the tubing, 8,600 feet of pipe for the next phase of our maple installation. The problem, every single foot of it has to get all the way back into the maple woods before we can even start hanging it. So today, that's the mission. All right, so we got all the tubing off the trailer. It wasn't too bad, but I've got to get this off the back of my truck too, which is the wire that is going to power the shipping container. I'll pick that up, get that off there as well, and I've got another like 400 feet there that we'll take up and put in the shipping container as well. So let me get this wire off. Here it is. I got it all unloaded. This just isn't tubing here. This is 2,000 taps, maybe even more. I don't know, there might be almost 3,000 back in there. I'm hoping there's 3, the more the better. We got it all unloaded here. You can see it sitting here behind me. So I'm hooked up to the first one. We're gonna start trucking this stuff all the way to the top and down in by the shipping container. We need it all but one. We gotta leave 1.5 inch roll down here because I need that to finish where I left off here to get it into the pump house. We're gonna start trucking. Shouldn't take us too long here. All right, we have made it down in here with the first roll. I really don't like driving down that because I dressed that all up and it's still soft. I left ruts in it, so that's not good. But I'll have to come down in a different direction. But yeah, it's drying out down in here. We got a lot of rain right after I set this shipping container, you kind of see, but this will all dry out eventually in here. So this is a good spot. I'm gonna stack these rolls like right here. And then that way they're easy to grab because basically we're gonna start right there by that tree right here behind me with this 1.5 inch right here. Gonna anchor it to that tree and it's gonna go right out through. It's gonna go from this tree right side of this road all the way up and all the way to the top, way up there by the hayfield. We're gonna do a wet dry on this side, and then we're gonna do another wet dry on this side, and then we'll end up running another wet dry, you know, out this backside here, going the other direction, right up through over the top of that pipe I put in and up the mountain. All right, we've got one roll here. We got 4 more to go. Whew. We've got one more and we are done. People don't realize how much work goes into just being able to work. And I don't film a lot of that stuff. Just dropped off 2 of the 2,000 foot rolls right here. And over there I've got the 1.5 inch wet dry 900 foot rolls. We're gonna go back, grab the last 2,000 foot roll, and we will have them all up here. Boy, it's getting a little warm in here. Can't wait for Honda to come out with that new HVAC cab, which it's out. It's made, I think. It's just not going to be out to the dealer that I deal with till fall. It gets a little toasty in here in the summer. I bet you it gets 100 degrees in here. And the heat's coming off this thing pretty hardcore now, man. Been straight hauling for quite a while. We just hit 20 mile an hour in the Maple Woods. That's moving. Whew, it is warm inside the side-by-side. All right, that one right there is the last one. This 1.5 inches has got to stay down here because we got to hook on and run our wet line all the way down and turn it so we can bring it into the woods so we can hook up that 1,000 tap section that we've been working on. So we'll get this last one on, we'll head back up to top. Well, this one looks like it's setting the levelest out of all of them. I just don't know if I can get beside it with that tire. Of course not. Shove this one back out of the way a little bit. I said I wasn't going to work that hard on Sundays. Man, I feel like I'm working as hard on Sundays as I do Saturdays. All right. Something like right there. A little bit too much, probably. Yep, that side's in, this side's not. There it is, dropped right in there. pins back in again. Forgot to put my block in front of the wheel. If you don't put a block in front of it, it's just gonna keep pulling right up the hill towards you. All right, that is the last one that we have to hook up. Hop back in the side by side, and for the 5th time, we're going back to the top of the mountain out by the shipping container. Before we get back to today's project, I want to thank Drogan's Electrical Supply in Oneonta, New York for supporting the channel. You know, I'm a big believer in supporting local businesses whenever I can, and these guys stepped up to help support what we're building here at Crestview Maple Farm. I really appreciate their support, and if you're in the area and need electrical supplies, stop in and check them out. They've got everything from the small job all the way up to the big job and everything in between. Stop down, check them out, they'll hook you up. Now back to the video. All right, guys. I just wheeled this out just for curiosity. I got my wheel right here. I wanted to see how far a 900-foot roll would go because it's very important to know where to start a roll, and I'm only 200 feet shy of the end of where I need to go. That's crazy. I thought it would have been a lot farther than that. So I hung a ribbon up there at 900 feet and then I wheeled the rest of it. It's 1,100 feet, so I'm only 200 feet shy. So that's good. That means less, I don't have to have as much pipe. So I have 2 rolls of 900 feet down here. I'm just gonna do a wet dry all the way up. And then we'll be able to start running sub-mains instantly because as soon as you come out of that shipping container, you're there. Just got my workout in. Didn't I say I wasn't gonna work late on Sundays? It's 4:30, almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon, almost evening, and I'm still out here messing around. It's crazy trying to get this maple business going. I work 3 jobs. I work my regular job, bridge construction, heavy equipment operator, and Saturdays and Sundays, sometimes Friday late nights if I get home at a decent time, which doesn't really usually happen. I'm doing the maple Saturday and Sunday, and then I'm doing YouTube videos for you guys in the meantime. It's crazy. Basically working 3 jobs, trying to get this maple business going. Let's take a look at this woods right here. This is gorgeous. There's like 3 shelves. There's one up there. I'm kind of on the top of the second right here. It goes down. There's a 3rd one. Then the last one's down on the bottom. That's the 4th one, and that's where the shipping container sits. But I mean, if you want to work in nice woods, I mean, look at it in here. It's just so open. Nice sized trees. There's a nice maple right here. The sun hits this really good in here too. This probably will be the best performing woods if I had to guess out of all my woods, because number one, it's cold up here, but the sun pounds us all the time. It's an east facing side. And this is the top of the last shelf right here. I can't believe how close the rock is here. You dig down just a little ways, you're right in the solid rock. You wouldn't think it'd be like that right down here by the head of this swamp, but it is. And deer tracks. Look at all of them. Deer are just as curious as people are. Come into their home, making all this noise. Yeah, so this tree right here, that tree right there, that's gonna be the anchor of the wet dry. And they are going to go to the right side of my road, all the way to the top, 1,100 feet. And as soon as we start, first lateral is gonna be like right here, and they're every 50 feet up through there. So I mean, we're gonna get sap into these really quick. Like a lot of times, you got a lot of wasted pipe before you get to your woods, like my other woods. I gotta go almost 2,000 feet before I even get to the first tree. First tree here is like 50 feet away. Man, got dry, boy. I tell you what, it was some work moving these rolls. So we've got all the rolls up here. They're all up here. It was a good weekend. Got a bunch of stuff done. You know, this is the kind of stuff that you guys don't generally see. There's a lot of moving parts that go on before we can even start working. And this is one of those things that had to get done, and it's gonna give us thousands of more trees. And we're one step closer to, you know, getting this maple operation fully developed. If you like what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and stay tuned. And we got a lot more coming. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.